Hi everybody, I know it's been quite a while since I've done a video for you guys. Um, I've moved back to my son's place with my um, granddaughter and my daughter-in-law, back into my old room in my single bed. I've actually found my old single bed is more comfortable than the bed that I've been using for the last 10 months at my sister's house. So that was comfortable, but this is much more comfortable. Um, so yeah, I've been able to sleep a bit better. Uh, but yeah, a lot's happened in the last 2, 3 weeks. I don't know where to start. Um, I had been preparing to vacate the house and work in the garden. Um, I do sit on my backside and do weeding and stuff like that, and shimmy along and do more weeding. And carers have been helping as well. And yeah, go lay down again and rest my back and all because it's always stiff and sore, and my left side of my neck. And because I was doing so much weeding, my hands were uh, quite painful by night time. So you get energy, go back out, do some more, come back and rest and stuff, have some food and things, then go back out and do some more because I really enjoyed it in the garden, and made a really big difference. We tidied it right up, put in some pretty flowers and everything, cut back all the roses and stuff, and now they're full of buds and blooming. So it's looking beautiful out there. And then I got stuck into my sister's vegetable garden, which was so overgrown. And after winter, and with her not being there, everything was gone. So what was left, she's been transferring down to where she's living, 3.5 hours away. So she's been taking all the big planters down. And so I've been putting bucket loads of soil into buckets and bags and things. And my daughter-in-law has been taking them home, putting them in her vegetable garden. My sister doesn't want the soil, she just wants the giant planters. And so, yeah, just tidying up and, yeah, emptying the house, cleaning it up and everything, moving boxes bit by bit, with carers, slowly moving back into this room. And yeah, it's been really busy 3 weeks doing that. I've been back here a week now. And then I had to go and see my neurologist and get the results from the MRI, as well as her tests and my the tests that she did on me personally. She found that my wrists were very jerky when she tested them, both of them. So I got both sides, rigidity, I think it is. Anyway, so anyway, Kara and I went back, and she said, right, I'm starting you on dopamine. So yep, I've got Parkinson's. So the next step was to, because I had white matter things, I don't know what they call it, but yeah, so with her testing on me, the MRI, and all my complaints about like constipation and everything, it all adds up to atypical dementia. So the next step is they put you on dopamine, and if it works, it's another tick for Parkinson's. Then they have other full-on scans and things that they do, right down to a lumbar puncture, which they don't like to do unless they really, really have to, and that's the last thing they do. But yeah, so I'm on the dopamine, and I started it last week on the Monday night, and it's called the Dopa, and 3 times a day. It lasts 2 or 3 hours, so you've got to time it. If you're going to go out or something, or do something special, like you've got to do filling in forms and stuff, and if you don't want stiff, sore, painful hands, or let your shaking start, that's the time to take it, and get your work done, and then you can let it wear off, and then you got to wait till lunchtime, and then you have another one, and the other one's in evening. You have to have it with food, and otherwise you end up nauseous is one of the side effects. The other side effect, which I haven't had yet, but the other side effect is like cotton mouth. It's like very dry mouth. I remember when I used to drink heavily, the day after, being hungover and you're real seedy, you got a real dry mouth. That's exactly how it was. So that took me back. So that's the only one that I have, side effect. So otherwise, it's helped me a lot feel relaxed. I'll take it before bedtime, so I don't need magnesium, I don't need melatonin, and I just take that and relax and go to sleep, and it's amazing. I don't have restless legs, I don't have cramps, I don't have burning feet, so that's gone. And when it wears off, I'm back to being stiff and sore. I didn't realize how stiff my feet were. So normally when you walk, you put your heel of your foot down, and then your feet and stuff, right? Your toes. And yeah, I've been stomping around flat like so. I'm not, stomp. I'm not walking like a normal person, and I didn't realize how stiff my toes were. So when the dopamine's working, I walk better, and my gait is slightly wider. And what else was there? If I write, I don't get stiff fingers, cramping, and yeah, the swollen feet from standing for longer than like 10 minutes or something. I still have a lot of back pain, and on the right side, and the neck thing is better when I've got it's still not completely gone, but it's improved. So she said I'm allowed to have a 4th tablet. She's given me permission if it's late at night and I've got restless legs, so which I haven't had to do. So far so good. It's working. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I've got Parkinson's, and as far as I know, it's not hereditary. Although my father died at like 62, so he could have had it, had he lived from his bad heart. Same with his grandfather. He died at 50. He had a massive stroke, I found out not that long ago. I had to go and get his death certificate for my family tree, and I was surprised to find out he had a massive stroke and died 4 hours later. And that was quite some time ago, 1925 that it was. And then on the other side, the Rita, yeah, she only lived to 53, and yeah, all real young for today. And she had pancreatic cancer, and so all three of those people could have Parkinson's and then passed it on to me. We don't know had they lived. So yeah, but yeah, mine must have kicked in long ago. So very long time ago, because I'm trying to remember when I first started choking on food and having terrible bowel problems. So lots of constipation. You go for a walk or something and suddenly you got to go to the toilet now, and you have to find a toilet fast. It's just, yeah, horrible. Your guts are churning over. You break into a sweat and you just, yep, I've got to find a toilet immediately. So that's not fun. So, so what was I saying? Yeah, so we could have Parkinson's in the family. I don't know. I do know my brother has had a tremor in both hands like that. Just, small movements since he was like a teen. And yeah, I have to ask my sister to ask him if he's got any of the other symptoms that comes with Parkinson's, because everybody just thinks it's just the shakes, but it's not. There's a lot more to it, and one of them is dystonia. So you've become very rigid. You can't bend in the middle, or your legs are dead straight. You can't bend you're like a statue. You can't bend your knees. So, and then it passes. Sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's 15 minutes. It just depends. So it'll happen when your meds aren't working, or worn off, or you forgot them or something, right? So, if you watch Michael J. Fox, that when he receives that medal, he has the two men holding him up, and I think one was Joe Biden and the president. And while he's saying his speech and thanking them all for the medal, it was time to take him back to his wheelchair. And he had dystonia then. He was rigid, standing there. So they had to practically drag him. He couldn't move. And then flip him and try to get him to settle into the wheelchair. And the camera stopped rolling then, because he wasn't pretty. So didn't want to embarrass him. So yeah, this dystonia is terrible. It can happen in your jaw, your hands, anywhere, your neck, anywhere. So yeah, even your toes can curl under, and they'll cramp up. Sometimes it's painful, other times it's not. You're just stuck until it passes, and then you can relax again. So it can happen at the worst times. So anyway, yeah, there's a whole bunch of different symptoms with the chronic constipation, choking on food, breathing down your own saliva, your own drinks, and you know how you start coughing, you're gagging, you can't catch a breath because you've got some kind of fluid down in your windpipe. And everyone's going, "You're okay," and you're turning blue in the face, and it's awful. But that leads to pneumonia, so which is usually the way a Parkinson's patient will die, from pneumonia, and they've inhaled some liquid, and it causes pneumonia in the end. But by then they're pretty frail and everything. So yeah, but yeah. So on top of all that, I'm trying to think. The NDIS people here in Australia got back to us and said, yes, we'll up your funding and etc. for more physio and everything. This is prior to the diagnosis of Parkinson's going on, vascular dementia, and all that. And they upped it. And then the next day, I got the yep, you've got Parkinson's. So then this means we have to go back and do all the paperwork again. But they said, yes, you got the funding for that, but you don't have the funding for an SIL home. So that's supported independent living. That means you have carers around the clock, one sleeping in the house with you, and 2 or 3 carers, depending on how many people are living in the house. Usually it's 2 or 3 people. So I didn't get that because she said, if you can make your own sandwich, you don't need round-the-clock care. And if I can stay at home by myself on the weekend, I don't need round-the-clock care. So even if I choke on food and no one's there to save my life, I don't get it. So we're back to square one. So my coordinator has gone away for a year's leave, so I've been given a new coordinator, very nice lady. Because I got the new diagnosis, the OT came one day, the physio came another day, speech therapist another day, and then my coordinator. So we have to do another assessment and look ahead, where I'm at with the dopamine, and look ahead in the future, what I'm going to need over the next year, and redo the NDIS funding, ask for more for physio, blah, 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 and all that. And she came to see me in the pool with my carer, gave me new exercises to do up and down the pool, mostly to do with balance, which is good because my balance is terrible. And what else was there? My coordinator wanted to ask me, are you still interested in going to a SIL home or an old people's home, a nursing home? And I said, I'm fine if I go into an old people's home, especially if it's like in the dementia unit, because I'm going down that road anyway. So I said, yeah, that's fine with that. I said, we'll leave the SIL thing for later, and we can apply, if things don't work out in a nursing home, etc. So she said, there's one other option. It's still with NDIS. You move into a home with other patients similar to myself, young onset, around my age. So she said, say you move in with 2 ladies, you have carers come in from early morning and help get you up, get breakfast, get you off to whatever you have to go to, and they're there throughout the day, and then once dinner's over and so forth, then they put you to bed or whatever, and they leave. So the 3 of us stay there, and we have a cleaner come in once or twice a week or something, and a gardener, and we pitch in 3 ways at our own money, and the NDIS covers for the carers. So we pay for our own rent and food, and The rest is, yeah, split 3 ways. It's all 3 ways, and you just pay for your own meds, your phone, whatever else is, yeah, 3 ways with the electricity and stuff, I think. So that sounds really good. So I think I can do that. And as time goes by and, yeah, I get worse and I'm not safe on my own at night time, then I can reapply for SIL or go into a nursing home. So, yeah, somewhere down the road, I don't know, if I have another stroke or something, yeah, they'll reassess me again. So I'm hoping that this is an option, that they've got a room somewhere with that scheme. And also I can take my cat Cleo with me. So my coordinator's going to do some phone calling and get back to me on that. So that's exciting. So yeah, so I'm unpacking in this end. I've got a few boxes around me, trying not to dribble, and so that's getting there, and Cleo's quite happy to be back home again. It's like she never left, and yeah, everything's good here. It's lovely to be with my granddaughter and with my kids, all 3 of them. And yeah, my carers continue to come here and take me out to do things. So they've helped me move boxes across and so forth. I sold my bed and everything. Yeah, everything's good. So we're just getting more organised with everything. So I sold our trailer that I used for the kayaks and the camping and the diving and everything. Sold that today, and to my niece's husband. And yeah, we're just doing a clean out of rubbish and stuff. So if I have to move again, it's all pretty well done. So all I gotta do is put my clothes in suitcases and go, really. And yeah, so I'm being optimistic that I'll get a place not too far in the future, hopefully within the next 3 months or something. Yeah, it's Sunday the 19th, I think. So, yeah, maybe around Christmas or after Christmas or something. Be good if I could get in before Christmas. But my family said, you can stay as long as you like. So, but it's inconvenient, it's stressful and difficult, you know, for both them and for me. But yeah, everything's good. So I'm not by myself at all now, which is great. I feel happier that they're just down the hall if I need them. And yeah, and oh, and the other thing was my walker. My nice new walker was having trouble with the brakes, and the front left wheel keeps wobbling, and then it goes straight, then it wobbles again. So it makes me wobble, which is not good when I'm walking. So we put it in on Friday, and I said I'm not going anywhere over the weekend. So yeah, just fix it up for me because it's still under warranty. But yeah, that's pretty well it. I think I've covered everything. It's just mostly been moving. It's been full on. So yeah, and trying to figure out how far back and what stage I'm in with this Parkinson's. So this means I had Parkinson's long before I had the strokes and the dementia and all that side of it. So yeah, interesting. So yeah, anyway, I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Some of you are still going with your weekend. The sun's just going down here. Sunday night. It's a bit rainy. We're in spring and it's starting to warm up. So We haven't had rain for over a week, so today's rain actually made the place a little bit cool. So I jumped into my pajamas and hopped into bed and played my games. So, yep, and Halloween's coming, so we're gearing up for that. We've got a whole lot of costumes ready to go for the 4 of us. So, and my nails are ready. We're going to go as a family of woodland elves, you know. So it's a bit like the elves from out of, oh, what do you call it? Not, is it The Hobbit? And yeah, the Ring movie. What do you call it? Lord of the Rings. And so, yeah, I got a whole white outfit with a long wig and everything. So, and yeah, we're going to be from out of the woods. So we're going to have bits of leaves on us and stuff. So, as well as the rest of the nice outfits. So I'll let you guys see how we are in the end. But yeah, we always do a group thing. It's a lot of fun. Okay, bye for now. And thanks for tuning in. And thanks for subscribing. Bye.